Hi there. The purpose of this video is to walk you through the advanced workflow in the desktop edition of Vector Magic. This wizard allows you more control over your final vectorization. So to start, we will just copy a section of our image here, paste it from the clipboard, and choose the advanced workflow. Now the first question we're asked concerns the colors of the image between picking the colors, which corresponds to the fixed color mode in the basic wizard, or flexible colors. So we will start out with flexible colors, then click Next. This page controls image segmentation. The main feature on this page is the complexity control here, where you can choose the amount of segments in your image. So you can dial it all the way up, which can recover more detail, but you can also introduce unwanted noise potentially. So bringing it down will fix the noise, but reduce some detail. So it's up to you to find a good middle ground to best suit your needs. We also give you the option of a minimum number of pixels. We recommend keeping this at 0, but you are welcome to raise it if you so choose in an event to possibly remove some lingering noise. But again, for highly detailed images, we recommend keeping this at 0. Anti-aliasing rejection is a very important feature. It is automatically set to aggressive, but if we turn it down to moderate or none, you can see that the colors are represented less accurately due to the varying colors included in the anti-aliasing. So it's best to keep this at the aggressive level if your image includes anti-aliasing. You can also turn on and off the color clustering option, which takes information from similar color patches and applies it to others. For example, this piece here, not white when color clustering is turned off, but becomes white when color clustering is turned back on. You can customize your results another way by going back and picking your colors. So after choosing this option, you can first pick the number of colors in your palette down here in palette selection. The best way to use this feature is by clicking on this compare toggle, which will flatten your image with the colors you've chosen. So it'll be plain to see which colors are missing. From there, we can step up one by one until we've reached our desired look. Perfect. Now this feature is a bit of a crude rendering. It's not the finished result, but it is helpful for spotting those big colors you may have missed. You can control color sensitivity here between low, medium, and high. A low setting is best for noisier images or those including large color differences. Alternatively, the high setting works for really clean images or those with small differences between the colors. So therefore, the medium setting is for images that fall somewhere in the middle. The anti-aliasing engine is highly recommended for images with blending between colors. Otherwise, your result might come out inaccurately. A big example here is when we turn the anti-aliasing off, this white in the palette turns into more of an off-white, as the program is taking into account the blending from other colors. So again, anti-aliased images are best vectorized with that engine on. From there, we can click Next. So now we're back to the image segmentation window, but you'll see that the color clustering feature is hidden as we've already specified the colors. So the rest of the settings look good, so we can move on. And the next window brings us to the segmentation editor, which lets you fine-tune specific pieces in the segmentation. We have a separate tutorial for that feature, so we will just move on for now. Here we can control the path smoothing for the image and also the node reduction. It's best here to compare between the result and the original bitmap to maintain accuracy. Turning on paths with the bitmap will also show you the precise slices and node placement. The main control on this page is the smoothness setting. Lowering the smoothness works in cases of really clean images where you want to preserve as much detail from the original bitmap as possible. A higher smoothness is better for noisier images to smooth out all the rough edges, though you can experiment on the spectrum to find the best result for your image. For example, here, this corner down here, more nodes are introduced when the smoothness is lowered than when it is higher. Which produces a more accurate result. Now, Vector Magic always does some basic handling of the image's corners. as you'll see here. But with the Detect Sharp Corners feature enabled, the precise corner location and the paths going to it follow the original bitmap much more closely, especially for these less sharp corners. For best results, you'll want to leave that on. You'll also want to keep the anti-aliasing engine on. As we'll see when turning it off, that result is not ideal. Upping the smoothing might get you something passable, but detail may be lost. So it is best for anti-aliased images with the anti-aliasing, that the anti-aliasing engine is turned on and the smoothness is worked with from there. You can control the number of nodes here using this slider. Generally, you'll want a small amount of nodes if possible, but for complex images, you might need to raise this amount. And we can click Next from here. The last page concerns removing your background, and again, we will cover this in its own video, so we will move on for now. And finally, you can save your result as usual. You can drag and drop it into your vector editor. You can also save your settings here for similar images. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.